Hello everyone, welcome back to Mahjong Soul. Okay, I kind of popped off last stream, okay? I don't know if you're seeing this. You're starting to get a little excited. You're like, Yusung, did you make some kind of deal with the devil where you sold your soul in order to get some more Mahjong power? Look, can't confirm or deny these allegations, but basically, I was playing out of my mind on stream yesterday, and so we're cresting so close to Expert 3 now. I think, unfortunately, it might take a game or two. I think we need to get first place and then second place in order to get Expert 3, or we just might have to get like second like 4 times in a row or something, which isn't terrible. So, welcome back. I'm feeling really good about Mahjong lately. I think also some of the games on stream, some of them I was dealt like amazing hands, just blessed by the heavens, given some really easy to pilot hands and stuff. Some of those games, I definitely made some calls, like here's why I'm not going to discard this one tile, and then at the end of the game, they were waiting on that one tile. So that felt incredible. That felt so good. All right, as we load into this game here. Still gotta stay sharp. I can't get cocky. The moment that you start to get cocky in Mahjong is when you lose a game in 4th and then you tilt off the face of the planet and you lose 8 more games in a row and then you don't go to bed until 3 a.m. Are you talking from experience? Yeah, absolutely I am. Okay, let's take a look at this hand. This is kind of a great hand. Holy moly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Unfortunately, we got nothing going on here. We can toss the West Wind first. Probably want to get rid of this one and this one as well, but at least we have two sequences right off the bat, you know. Hashtag blessed. Okay, get rid of the white dragon because one of them's been discarded. Oh man. Also, people in the Discord have been talking about, if you're curious, by the way, you can check out the Discord link below, shameless plug, but real life Mahjong sets. And I gotta tell you, I don't have I don't have 3 other people that I can play Mahjong with in real life, or 3 friends. So, you know, I don't need one. There's no world where I need an IRL Mahjong set. However, oh baby, do I want one. Oh baby, do I want a real Mahjong set. Just to look at, you know, touch some tiles now and then. Not to be gross or anything. So unfortunately, while we did get a really good hand, the player across from us called riichi, like super early. So I think we're gonna make like a bend and folds right now. We have no idea what they're waiting for. Unfortunately, we're getting some great draws too. So like we could theoretically push for a winning hand, but but I don't necessarily want to. I think I'd rather play defensive here because we're still a ways away. And also this hand only has the red 5 and the 3 of bamboo as the Dora tile in terms of value. You know what I mean? Oh man, this game is making it really hard to play safe. Oh, I guess I'll discard this. I mean, this feels bad. Hopefully they're not waiting on this. I think someone might be sitting on 2 of the red dragons and they might fold by discarding one after the other. Let's see if that happens eventually this game. I'm not sure. Okay. Calling on the east wind. That's interesting. Oh, I mean, this is just the riskiest tile I could have possibly drawn. Again, it's adjacent to the tile that they called riichi with, so you never know, right? They could have had a 3-4-4 shape, discarded a 4, and are waiting on a 2 and a 5. Although the fact that they discarded a 2 now makes it a little less likely that that's the case. Ah, man. I can read the message boards already. Why did Yusung chicken out of this hand? He had such a great hand. I'm telling you, I don't know. I just don't want to start the game at a huge deficit. Keep in mind, right? Like, if they sumo this round, like if they draw their tile that they need, we as the dealer still have to pay more than the other 2 players. So it's not advantageous for us there either. So I'm thinking, in light of that, maybe I should have pushed for a winning hand. I'm not sure. I'm not positive. I think we could have been in tenpai here for sure. Okay, the player to our left won. Let's hope that they have a baby hand. Yo, they do have a baby hand. Nice. So instead of paying the person who was in riichi, we just pay 1,000 points to the player to our left. That's totally fine. Honestly, a pretty graceful exit from that round. Ooh, okay, this is dangerous, right? I mean, this is also really good. We have a red dragon, but it's also the Dora. And I think I'm gonna explore my options. Cut the video. Yusung, don't publish this one. This is fine. This is it's totally fine. I mean, like, an interesting option that we could consider is discarding this Dora tile in order to go for a faster all simples hand. Dude, even though it like diminishes the value of our hand, I think we do it. Okay, and maybe that's why we don't do it. So in this situation, when someone pawns the Dora tile, when it's a red dragon especially, like, I don't think we push for a win here. I think we just try to fold a little gracefully. Maybe if someone calls the 6 of characters, we can start to think about it, but I'm not sure I necessarily want to push for a win. We can keep this for a safer discard later on. I also think that, like, look, I watched one Mahjong Soul tournament and I listened to the commentators talk about this. I'm pretty sure a more advanced player will probably have considered, this could be wrong. This could definitely be wrong. But a more advanced player could have considered like keeping the red dragon in our hand no matter what until the end of the round. Like, so what you never get into 10 pi? So what if you can never call riichi? At least you're not dealing the red dragon, making someone else's hand like incredibly valuable. Okay, let's get rid of this. They haven't discarded a single bamboo tile, which is really dangerous, right? Like, in my worst nightmare, they would be waiting on a half flush of bamboo tiles and I mean, we could cheat this with a 2-3-4. I don't hate that. Discarding this, and so we're waiting on a 6 and a 4 in order to win. And again, if things start to get scary, like things got a little scary there, like the fact that they're discarding a good tile means that they're probably close to finishing their hand. Okay. But now we're also really close to finishing our hand. Unfortunately, we only have a single-sided weight, or it's not even a single-sided weight. We just have like a single tile weight in the 6 of characters. But it might come out, you know? We could pawn this and then wait on the single 5 or the 7. I don't like that. If something else scary happens, like if they con the red dragon, we might just fold with these 8 of characters as well. We can also hope that maybe like, this is a little dangerous. We can also hope that maybe one of these players sees that I'm going for an all simples hand and just deals into me. Because this is like, all things considered, call me NPR, this is still a very baby hand. This is literally just 1,000 points all simples. We're mainly going for it in order to kill this person's huge hand. Okay, cool. Baby hand? I mean, it's not a baby hand, but at least one, we didn't deal into it, and at least 2, the player to our right did not win with that monstrous triple red dragon. So, I mean, we could take a little lesson for next time. If you have a dragon tile that's also the Dora, granted, it's a very conditional thing, maybe just keep it, dude. I am content enough with this hand, especially after drawing this, making it a 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, that we don't press for 4 west winds. So, again, if you're new to the game, you might have never seen this, but if every player discards the same wind tile on the first round, the round just restarts. Like, you reshuffle the tiles and you get a new hand. I was happy enough with this hand that I didn't necessarily want to start all over, you know? Call me an Augustana song the way I'm wanting to move to Boston and start all over. Look, you weren't a teen in the early 2000s? Come on, it was all the rage. Great draw, great draw. So hopefully now we draw a 7 of bamboo so that we can discard this tile and go for a riichi pinfu hand. That would be the dream. Oh, this is oh man. I don't want to do it yet. I don't want to do it yet. I at least want to go for pinfu here. Because this hand is okay. If we draw a 5 of bamboo, we can then discard this, go into riichi with a double-sided weight. There's also the world where we just draw the 7 of bamboo ourselves and win off of a fully concealed hand. Keep in mind, even though this says no yaku, if you draw it yourself, you get a yaku in the sense that your hand is fully concealed. However, that's the only that's the only yaku that you're gonna get. Luckily, oh man, they discarded the 7. Because they discarded a 7, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. Because someone just discarded a 7, people might think that it's safe to discard another 7. This trap has worked on me before. I'm not sure if it's gonna work on other people. They discarded a 5, which is interesting, which makes me think that they're gonna push for a winning hand instead of just folding. Hey, it makes no difference to me. Hopefully they don't get it. Okay, I mean, this is fine. This is fine. Still, we don't get Pinfu, but at least we called riichi. We might get a lucky or a Dora. Ah, damn. Okay, so they chased my riichi. Feels really bad. They also might have a better weight than us. You know what I mean? Oh, the 6 is a little dangerous, but that's okay. This is, again, the downside of being in riichi, right? You can't control what tiles come out of your hand. I've also heard it described like this, like, if 2 players are in riichi at the same time, you're just kind of in a shootout. Like, you either, oh my god. Wow, a con. That's so risky, dude. If 2 other people are in riichi and you con, keep in mind, like, if you win with a riichi hand, you flip over 2 Aura Dora tiles, so 2 more Dora indicators. Usually you would only flip over 1 other one, but every time you con, I get this feeling, every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Every time you con, you increase the number of Aura Dora tiles that get flipped over at the end. Okay, so it doesn't, I mean, I just hope that I don't deal into another player. That would be a nightmare. They're dropping Dora tiles, okay. Clearly they're pushing for a win here. These are not very safe discards from the player to our right, but ooh, okay, the 6 is a little dangerous, but all of the 6s are now dead. Okay, 13 tiles left in the wall. Really hoping for some god gamer luck right now. 4 has been discarded. That's interesting. 7 of bamboo is technically Suji to that 4, so people might think like, oh, he doesn't have a 5-6 weight. Maybe the 7 is going to be safer to discard. In fact, no, I just have a really dumb single tile weight. That's the truth. It's not because I'm good. Okay. A lot of safe tiles coming out from the player to our left. 3 of bamboo is actually really dangerous to discard considering they called riichi with the 2 of bamboo. What were we waiting on? We were waiting on the 7. They had 1. They had 1. We can assume that the other 2 are either in the... Oh, there's 1 here, and the other player to our right might have had the last one. Or it could have been in the dead wall. Keep in mind, at each round of Mahjong, there's going to be, I think... Oh, God. I think it's either 11 or 14 tiles. I think it might be 14 tiles that are just not used. So, again, you don't have perfect information. The tiles that you need could very well be in the dead wall. However, if you con, you draw a tile from the dead wall. Isn't that kind of cool? I don't know. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, what do we want to do here? Oh, now you show up, 7 of bamboo. Nice of you to join the party a little late. No, I'm just kidding. Take your time. This is one thing. This is a pair. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I mean, this is a good enough hand for me. Unfortunately, a lot of our sequences are kind of, how do I put it delicately? Extremely ass. Like, we're waiting on, like, the middle tiles instead of having... I mean, we drew one, but it's really unlikely, right? Instead of having, like, a 3-4 where we could wait on a 2 or a 5, we have a 4-6, which means that we have to just wait on the single 5. This 2-4 is interesting. We can't get into any like mixed triple sequences, so I think we can just let this one go. The player to our right has the east wind already called. Okay, so we can imagine that probably the scariest version of this player's hand is a half flush with bamboo tiles. So we probably want to be a little bit more careful over how many bamboo tiles we discard over the course of this game. Okay, some action going across the board. But I think that this round is still early enough where I feel more comfortable dropping a 2 of bamboo. Okay? I mean, at least it wasn't the player to my right proving me wrong, but it was the player across from us. And it was a baby hand. That's okay. I know we're in 4th place right now, but we're only down by like 1,000 points from 3rd place and 4,000 points from 2nd place. This is fine. I know it doesn't, it's not great, obviously, but we're still within striking distance of everyone, so I'm not that sad. Okay. You're looking at this and you're thinking maybe we can go for a 7-8-9 mixed triple sequence. Again, that's going to be a 7-8-9 in all 3 suits. We just drew another one, which is really, really nice. We can discard this. So the West and the White Dragon, we probably don't want to keep forever. Maybe those would have been a better discard than that 2 of characters we just dropped. Maybe in a world we could have also gone for... We gotta let him go off. We could have also waited on like a half outside or a full outside hand. Okay. Calling the Dora, that's interesting. I mean, this is really nice, right? Because now we can still call a 7, 8, 9, but also have a pair waiting for us. The 1, 2, 3 pair. We have one extra shape as well. Okay, so you hate to see this. I think I'm going to discard this red 5, dude. It also is good luck that the player to our right is disconnected, so maybe if they don't come back, they can't chi this. That's obviously a little cheesy, but now if if the player to our left discards the 8 of characters, we chi that. If the player to our left discards the 7 of bamboo, we chi that. Because then we're one tile away from winning, you know? So I'm very, very comfortable with that. Are they gonna chi? They're not gonna chi. Okay, I'd love to see it. We could pawn this? No. I don't think that'll advance our hand at all. Unfortunately, we don't have any like Dora tiles. I mean, we're going to be relying on the 7 of bamboo to come out eventually. So in that sense, we'll need a Dora tile. We'll get a Dora tile if our hand comes to fruition. But otherwise, it's just going to be a mixed triple sequence. This isn't bad. It's not terrible. The player to our left also has a very scary hand. I think they're probably going for a half flush in the bamboo suit. I know that they just discarded an 8 of bamboo, but they discarded it pretty late into the game. And also it took them kind of like some time to think about it. I mean, it's not necessarily true, but I'm just kind of catastrophizing and seeing what the worst possible case of their hand could be. So if we draw like a red 5 of bamboo or something, I'd be a little more hesitant in discarding it. There's also this 3 of characters. They've discarded so many character tiles that I don't think that they would go for this. The only exception being is if they were going for an all triplets hand, but luckily that's not the case. We also know that this 3 of circles is safe to discard because they've discarded it before. We're really hoping they drop an 8 of characters. Doesn't seem like it's gonna come though. Let's discard this first. The West Wind is probably going to be safer for us to discard later on because 2 of them are already gone. That's interesting. So the player to our right called riichi. I think if we get a chance to, oh god. Yeah, we're not calling riichi on this one. It's a single tile wait on the 8 of characters. Way too dangerous. Way too dangerous. There's also a world where we fold just by discarding these 9 of bamboo. Again, I don't know how I feel. Whoa. Okay, we know that this is probably safe. There's only one of them left. Unfortunately, now we've kind of destroyed our mixed triple sequence. Okay, they were waiting on a 1 of characters. That's a pretty inconspicuous wait. Wow, they had some great waits. Unfortunately, this is a very baby hand and a very lewd character design. But they had some really great waits there. It always feels really fun to be able to call riichi and have tiles that you're pretty confident are going to come out, you know? Okay. Dude, I think I gotta just discard this red dragon. I think that it's like a way too optimistic to keep it. Yeah. I mean, in this case, we were proven right, but like we can't, you know, sit through one game and be like, okay, this is how I'm gonna play for the rest of my life. In this case, we were right. I mean, the opportunity cost of keeping the 9 of bamboo is not really great, but it might have still been better than nothing, you know? Interesting. Maybe you're looking at this, you're thinking we can go for a full flush in the circle suit. Okay, this might be one of those instances where we put our money where our mouth is, right? Like last time, we drew a Dora tile that was also like an honor tile that was useful. That was a Yaku for literally everyone. Maybe let's hang on to this one until the very, very end. And in fact, if we're gonna keep drawing circle tiles, so be it, dude. That's awesome. We can even incorporate this into our hand if we go for a half flush. We're just hoping to draw more and more circle tiles, obviously. Player to our left is considering something. They recently got a Yaku mod. The last game they ended in first, which is very, very spooky indeed. We can discard this 7. I mean, obviously I want to get rid of this 5. Like it's sitting in our hand and it's just a very, very dangerous tile to keep later on in the game. So we're hoping for a chance to be able to discard this. Unfortunately, there's also a world where we get a 4 and we keep this. I know it won't be a mixed, or it won't be a half flush then, but it's still a good hand. We got a red 5, we got a Dora. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. So I think that with the next circle tile that we draw, we discard this 5 of characters. However, if we... I mean, that makes it interesting. If this is the case, man, I will have to discard this in order to go into riichi. That's not necessarily the case. If I draw a 3 of circles or a 6 of circles, I can discard this, not go into riichi, and still have a pinfu hand. Because it's a little hard to see, but if I'm gonna discard it later, then I should discard it now. Oh, but it's so dangerous, man. Because we do have all sequences. I know these look like pairs, but if we can consider them as sequences, we have all sequences. Besides our pair of the 2 of circles, obviously. So I discarded the east wind. Very dangerous, but we needed to get it out of our hands eventually. We might as well get it out of there now, you know? Okay, fine. You're looking at this, you're also seeing, like, if we could pawn this, but I don't want to. I want to keep the pinfu dream alive. If we also draw a 6 of circles, we can pivot away from this 9 and make it an all simps hand as well, which would be really, really nice for us. Okay. How confusing this hand is, right? I don't think we tunnel vision on this. Yeah, we're also running out of time, Alexander Hamilton, anyone? But we're also running out of time to make our decisions, which is a little rough. Really hoping that we draw a... Oh, okay. I mean, this is not really dangerous. We want to... I mean, it helps our hand, don't get me wrong. 6 of circles did come out, but unfortunately, we can only chi from the player to our left. We want to get this out of our hand. Okay, sure. 6, 7, 8. So we won't be able to discard the 9, but we can always discard the 9 at a later date, and we wanted to get that 5 of characters out of our hand regardless. So now we can start calling pawn and stuff, and just trying to finish this all simple hand. There's only 14 tiles left in the entire wall, so this is okay. And we got a pretty strong finish here. We're waiting on the 3 of circles or the 6 of circles. Pretty recently, the 6 of circles has come out. And also, the player to our left discarded a 3 of circles. They might think, oh yeah, it's definitely going to be safe to discard another one. You know, the chances that he needs 2 of them are very, very low. And that's where you swoop in for the win. Dummy, you little sussy baka, you little spooky little gremlin, you. Okay. It's not condescending because they can't listen to me. Or they can't hear me. 6 tiles left would be really, really great if we won this round, obviously. We're still sitting in 4th place, but again, not by that much. Not by that much. I'm trying to think, too, if there was a tile that we could draw that would be so dangerous that we wouldn't discard. Yeah, so the 4 is going to be safer here, right? Because the 7 is a live tile. None of them have been discarded. So you would think that they're being used. They had a 7 there, for example, but a lot of 4s had been discarded. So they did what we did. 7, 8, 9 mixed triple sequence. Or they did what we were thinking of doing last round. Okay, fine. Still, everyone is within striking distance. Also, oh, okay. Wow, great hand. Okay, let's count our shapes. This is going to be a triplet. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to pawn here. Man, so this hand does not look that great. Because, obviously, we want to keep this red 5, right? And go for a 5, 6, 7. However, if we do that, we don't have a pair anymore, you know? Which is really, really unfortunate. We could draw a 1, 2... Oh, there's our pair. Let's go, dude. Okay, nice. So 1, 2, 3. So we still have one too many shapes. So we can get rid of something. I also think that we want to get rid of this 2, 4, probably. Unless we can chi or make use of it. So let's keep our options open. Like, that 3 is very redundant right now. Let's keep our options open. If the player to our left discards a 3... let's take it. If the player to our left discards a 6, let's definitely take it. Even an 8, I would take at this point. Although the 8, let's think about this too. Let's recognize that the 8 is going to be the Dora, so people are more inclined to keep a hold of it. So the 8 of bamboo might be a little sparse to get this round because of supply chain issues. You know what I mean? Take a sip of water. Don't let yourself dehydrate while you're playing the Sport of Champions. 5, unfortunately, is not what we need. It's a good tile. It makes me think that the player to our left has a pretty good hand if they're willing to discard the 5 of bamboo so early. Same with the player across from us. To discard a 6 and a 3, those are pretty useful tiles too. Like you usually like I'm looking at the player to my right. I'm not worried about them at all because they've had pretty benign discards. Sure. At this point, let's get rid of this. We can still hold on hope that we can get a 5, 6, 7 going on here. But now if someone drops a 6 or a 6 here, we can call pawn and it wouldn't feel that bad, you know? Wow, they're dropping the red 5 too. They must have a great hand. I'm super curious as to what they could be holding such that they're willing to discard these types of tiles. Damn. Okay, one of bamboo coming out. Ooh. Weird, right? Let's discard this 5 of bamboo. It's kind of like a ticking time bomb. And we can even go for an all triplets hand, although keep in mind, again, sequences are much easier to make than triplets. So triplets are actually really hard to come by. Okay, the 2 is going to be a safe tile to discard. So is this 3. This 5 is actually something that I'm really worried about. Also, the 3 wasn't that safe just then. It was the first discard from the player to our left. People could have finagled their hand so that the 3 is actually useful to them now. You never know. Okay, interesting. 8's gonna be safe. I mean, the dream would be for the player to our left to discard a 4 or a 7 so that we could get rid of a 6 instead of a 5. I just really don't want to discard this 5, dude. And we're just not getting there. So even though we had a really easy Yaku in the triplet of the red dragon, we're still struggling right now. We haven't really been able to advance our hand that much, which is really painful. These draws too aren't really helping. Ugh. Okay, now we're like pretty much halfway done with this round, and we still are struggling. The Dora tile comes out, and that's why it's a dangerous tile. Pure double sequence. So they could have called riichi, keep in mind, but they didn't. And I think this is why, dude. I think this is why people don't call riichi. It's something that I want to practice doing a lot more too. Is that if you have a other valid Yaku, you don't have to call riichi. Even though, oh, all the mom, dad, you don't get it. All the cool kids at school are calling riichi. Yeah, you don't have to. If you have a valid Yaku, you want to know why? It's because then you lull other players into a false sense of security, and they might deal into you. This hand is good. This hand is good. We have 2 pairs, so we can either you know, hopefully make one of these into a sequence or a triplet or something. This 8 is a little redundant. This 3 is this 8 isn't that useful. This 3 isn't that useful, but everything else in our hand is okay. Okay, wow. And just like that, it happened. So if we draw a 3 of circles, that'd be really nice. We can call riichi and wait on a 6 and a 9. Unfortunately, the player to our left discarded it, which is okay. It just means that there's 1 less, you know, to work with. But there's still 3 left, so there's still a pretty good chance that we can draw it. How can we make this hand more valuable? Well, we can pivot into a pinfu hand. Oh man, they're giving us all the tiles that we need, but unfortunately, just a little too soon. We can pivot into an all simples hand. We could have kept the 8 to go for a 7, 8, 9 mixed triple sequence, but I think that would have been a little too hasty. There is a world where we pivot. But I think that takes us one step further away from being able to call riichi. If I had more than 20 seconds there, I would have thought about it for the next infinity. Unfortunately, the player across from us just called riichi. This is pretty dangerous situation. This hand is not worth fighting for. I know, we were getting pretty close there. It's not that valuable. All we had going for us was a red 5, and so I think we start playing defensively from now on. Luckily, we know that the 2 is safe to discard. Other than that, we don't really have a lot of safe discard. Leitsu mode, no defense we could have done. Oh man, there was a world where we would have discarded the 8 too. So I'm glad we didn't. It looked like it was going to be a scary hand, but only like 3,000-ish points. Unfortunately, we're in 3rd right now, and there's now a 10,000 point gulf between us and 2nd and 1st. We have a double of the East Wind, but now we're in the South round, so it's not going to be that helpful. We have so many honor tiles that I'm thinking like maybe we just try to go for a half flush here of just bamboo tiles and honor tiles. If we need to make some aggressive moves, this might be it. Okay, and immediately we kind of pay the price for that because it would have been lovely to be able to keep that 7 and that 9, right? So maybe let's not force it. If we get a lot of honor tiles and if we get a lot of bamboo tiles, we can go for it. If not, let's just cut some of this chaff out of our hand, you know? Damn, the player across from us is really, really good. They're just playing super, super fast. Like, we don't really have a lot of chances to work on our hand before they just run or Tsumo, you know? So they've had pretty efficient discards. Who knows if that's pure skill? Who knows if that's luck or a little bit of both? Really hoping that we draw a red dragon, but if we don't, yep, it's getting cut from our hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is really, really nice. We can cut this 7 if we need to because we already have our pair, but let's keep our options open. A closed con, okay. Interesting. We could cheat this and go for all simps, but our hand is so... Call me Carol King, the way our hand is so far away. So now this is interesting. Now this is interesting. We can call riichi Pinfu here. And in fact, we have Pinfu no matter what. If we draw a 4 or 7 of characters, or a 2 or 5 of circles, we absolutely call riichi here. We need to win. Unfortunately, we're not getting it. We can discard this 7 here. I know you're like, why? It's because this is a safer tile to discard in the long term. We can also look at this and be like, they're working on character tiles for sure. So they might be a little more difficult to come by, but it's no problem if we draw it ourselves. So we can call riichi here, or we can just discard this, because keep in mind we have Pinfu. Let's go for riichi. Let's go for a bigger hand, and we're waiting on the 2 and 5 of circles. So if what I'm guessing is correct, and this player is going for a full flush in the character suit, they won't want to keep their circle tiles, right? So there's a good chance that they discard what we need. Fortunately, it looks like they're folding. I'm not perfectly sure, but there's also a really good chance because there's 4 of each tile left. Oh man, the player across from us is just playing like a monster right now. I know their character avatar is like of a small child, but they're playing really, really good Mahjong. Okay, still the South 3 round. It's looking like we're probably gonna end this game in first. Like, if we had a comeback potential, that probably would have been it. Oh man. Okay, there is a world where we hoped and dreamed about getting more honor tiles there, and discarded this 1. I'm glad we didn't. I mean, like, I still want to keep this east wind, obviously, because it's the Dora tile, and I'm like, if we come back and win, this is how we do it. The rest of our hand is just okay. 1 shape, 2 shapes, 3, 4. We still need like another thing. That's gonna be our 5th thing. So what's a little redundant here? This 8 is a little redundant. This 2 is also not helping, although if we consider this our pair. Okay, 1 Dora tile has already been discarded too. It's a little bit foolish to hang on to it maybe at this point. I mean, this is also super redundant. But there's also a world where if we draw a 4, we can even think about just trying to extend this shape into 2 sequences rather than breaking it apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This 8 we don't really need. There's also a world where we cut this east wind before we like before someone else manages to draw a pair of them, you know? Like, we don't want to keep this too long, like we're off of Daft Punk's Discovery album, because it's like a ticking time bomb. We could deal into someone else's really powerful hand this way. Interesting. Nancy Drew voice, interesting. In our wildest dreams, what would we want to have happen? We probably cut this and we hope for, oh man, a 3 of bamboo. Like, we could have a pure double sequence here. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 in bamboo. That'd be really, really nice. I mean, those are good draws. These are good draws. What do we do here? Maybe we cut a 2 and a 5 of circles, or we cut this 1 of bamboo and go for an all simples hand. Oh man, I feel like that's a little bit more prudent. Just going for all simples. Is it though, Yusung? Is it? Okay, we're running out of time. Why do you Mahjong like you're running out of time? Eliza Hamilton said that. Oh my god, the player across from us just calling riichi so fast every time. Luckily, if we wanted to fold, and I think we do, we have a lot of safe discards with this 2 of bamboo. This 1 of bamboo is a little bit dangerous. They're probably not waiting for it, but they couldn't be trying to trap us, right? Like, they called riichi immediately after we discarded it. So maybe they're doing a little bit of a sussy baka. Wait. Okay, let's go for it. Terrifying. The fact that the next player's turn didn't start immediately was honestly terrifying to me. Okay, all the Dora tiles are dead. We could have kept ours to use for the pair, but I'm glad we didn't. It would have been way too slow. This 3 of characters, nope. Too suspicious. Way too spooky in order to discard. Although it would help our hand for sure. This 2 of circles is safe. If we have to, we can break up these. Did they just win? Or are they considering conning? They're considering conning? Oh my god. Okay, really scary now. Because they flip up 2 Dora tiles. The north is going to be safe, even though it's a new Dora tile. Okay, now all of our hopes and dreams about finishing this hand are gone, okay? We just try to get out of this hand unscathed. Unfortunately, after this 2 of bamboo discard, we're not going to have any more safe tiles. So we're hoping to draw some safe tiles after this. Okay, the 5 of characters, is that actually going to be safe? So this 8 of characters, there's not a lot of them left. We can probably assume that that's going to be safe, but I can't be certain. Really hoping for some just like obviously safe tiles to come out. Oh, you hate to see that. You hate to see that. Let's take a look at the Doras. No Doras, but that's a huge gamble that they did. Okay, fine. I mean, the good thing about that is that now second place is within striking distance, and you can also tell by the video length this is going a bit long. That's because the dealer, the player across from us, has kept winning. So instead of advancing to the South 4 round, because the dealer has kept winning, we're staying in the South 3 round. So it's good for us in a sense, because there's more game to play. We can, god damn it, we can shoot for second place instead. Which would be honestly a great place to end up. This hand is good. This hand is good. Northernlion voice, this hand is good. Because we can have if we draw a 7 of characters, we don't have to call riichi then. We'll have a pure double sequence and we can win off of that. Unfortunately, we're really hoping to draw another one of these. Oh my god, they're going off, dude. They're going off. We're hoping to draw another one of these south winds so that we can use it as our pair, because currently we're lacking one. I know we have pairs here, but they're being used for our sequences right now, so it doesn't really count. Also a world where we discard our more dangerous tiles. Like this one's for sure a little bit more dangerous. 5, 6, 7, great draw, great draw. Now if we draw a south wind, again, we don't have to call riichi. We can just wait on our 7 because it'll still be a pure double sequence, you know what I mean? Or if we draw a 7, we can just not call riichi and wait for our south wind to come home from the war. Okay, get this out of our hand. The dream here is also someone discards a south wind, we draw a 7 of characters, and we call riichi, giving other people the sense that like, oh hey, yeah, the south wind is probably pretty safe because they haven't won off of that. One's been discarded, and then that's when we run them for the kill. Okay, 1 south wind has been discarded. Please, Mahjong gods, heed my call. Please let me draw a 7 of characters here so that I am a riichi. Hurts, but we would still do it in the future. We're 1 round late, but if it comes, oh baby, I'm slamming that riichi button. The way that I would incentivize you to slam that like button and subscribe. I'll also say this, you can check out our Discord. We love talking about Mahjong and sharing our epic highs and lows there. It's a ton of fun, not gonna lie. Please, 7 of characters, please. 7 of characters, please. That's so close. Ooh. Yep. I know this is really dangerous. I know, because we could just deal into the player across from us. But we're 3rd place right now, right? Like, and it'll be a while before we fall into 4th, like 8,000 points, you know? So I'm pretty confident taking this risk. Also, this is a pretty like dirty wait. If other players are playing patiently, hate to discard the Dora tile there. That's really risky. But if other players are playing patiently, they would probably just take this south tile to the grave with them. If other players are pushing for the win, they might discard a south wind tile, in which case I would slurp up their points. Yep. What did I tell you? What did I frickin' tell you? Riichi, pure double sequence. 2 Oradora tiles. Oh, one of them, we got 1 Oradora. Let's go. A 5 on hand for an 8,000 points. Let's go, dude. That puts us in 2nd place right now. We are now in the South 4 round. So, if we win this round, the game ends. I'm okay with that. The East Wind is a Dora tile. We're not shooting for... Oh, man. Oh, why do you got to do this to me, game? Why do you got to do this to me? Okay, so that's probably going to be our pair. Really hoping that we draw like a 2 or a 4 of bamboo. That'd be honestly super, super nice. West Wind is going to be safe to discard later on, but let's get it out of our hand right now. Again, we would not hate drawing another green dragon or red dragon so to eventually turn that into a triplet. Okay, that's fine. That's fine by me. All this means is that we can either complete this with a 1, a 3, or a 4, right? If we draw a 1, we cut the 3. If we draw a 3, we cut the 2. If we draw a 4, we cut the 3. So we're giving ourselves some nice options there. 2 is not going to be really that helpful, but let's get rid of this green dragon before anyone has a chance to complete the sequence. That's okay. That's okay. White dragon can be cut. So if the player to our left wins, because they're the dealer and they're not in first, we play another South 4 round. Not the worst thing in the world. Oh my god. Okay. Kinda nuts. How far away is first place? They're 18,000 points away. I think they're probably too far away to catch, but maybe we can call riichi with this hand and do something about it. Like maybe if we con the East Winds, if we closed con. So the difference between a closed con and an open con. An open con is when someone discards a tile that you have 3 of, you can call con. You flip open another Dora indicator, and you draw a tile from the dead wall and discard. A closed con is when you draw the 4th tile. You call con, you draw from the dead wall, and you discard one. You flip open another Dora indicator too. So if we really wanted to chase after first, what would we go for here? We would go for an all triplets hand, as scary as that sounds. Man, what do we want to discard here? I think this 2 is probably really safe. Not really safe, but am I content in ending in 2nd here? I mean, I think I am. Despite how shiny our hand is, I think I'm content ending in 2nd here. So let's just try to play a little defensively. 4, okay, 4 of circles is really helpful for us because 7 is Suji to that. Again, all that means is that they can't have a 5-6 weight. Of course, they could have an 8-9 weight, in which case this would deal right into them. We're in 4-10 right now. Why? Because our winning tile is the 3 of bamboo, and we've discarded one of those before. Okay, this 2 is still safe. So what does 4-10 mean? It means that because we've like kind of stumbled into this situation where like we've discarded a 3 before, if someone else discards a 3 of characters, we can't win off. A 3 of bamboo, we can't win off of it. However, if we draw it ourselves, we can still win. Okay, so they Tsu mode. This means that we end in 2nd. And you know what? I'm really proud of the way we played. I'm really proud of the way we played. That dirty, dirty riichi that we did the round previous to this on South 3, or someone dropped a South Wind. We single tile wait for the South Wind. I thought we played that pretty freaking well. Okay, let me show you why we do it. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're so close, dude. We're so close. Okay, I'm probably going to record another Mahjong video either tonight or tomorrow because I really want to capture this moment on camera and hopefully not lose. That'd be a bummer. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a like and subscribe. You can also join us on Twitch where we play Mahjong every Monday, and you can ask me about my decision making there. You can also share your triumphs in our Discord. It's a really loving community. Until next time, please take care of yourself. Make sure to drink a lot of water. Be patient and kind to yourself, even if you're losing a lot of Mahjong, okay? I understand how tilting that is. And I'll see you next time, okay? All right, peace.